Oh, hello everybody. This is just a quick little video that I'm doing because I'm in the middle of doing a bunch of other cool videos. I realized it's been a long time since I did a collection video, so I thought I would just show off a bunch of my favorite miniatures and terrain that I use for Dungeons & Dragons and other tabletop role-playing games. Here is the main shelf where I showcase a bunch of my painted miniatures, some of my favorite pre-painted miniatures, a bunch of really large pre-painted miniatures which are difficult to store anywhere else, and of course, my shelf of shame where I have a bunch of primed miniatures that I have not gotten around to painting yet, but I put them on here where I'm like, oh boy, I really should paint these sometime soon. And that sometime soon never happens. These little drawers are my small terrain drawers when I'm doing terrain stuff, either for an online game where I'm just doing like play by chat and I want to showcase some miniatures on the Chessex mat, or if I'm doing an in-person game, I have these roughly organized for dungeon, outdoors, townsfolk stuff. That all goes into small terrain bits that are very nice little bits that can be used for all sorts of scenarios. This is my animal drawer, where I put all my interesting looking animal toys that I found at the Goodwill by the pound. As you can see, many alligators, many crocodiles. Lots of companies make some very nice crocodile and alligator toys. So I always have a bunch of those. This long-horned cow. Just a bunch of very neat animal miniatures. Oh, there's some old Hasbro animals in there as well. And look at that. Is that a Disenchanter Beast? Or is that an old 80s toy? I don't know. Ooh, nice blue dinosaur. Yeah, well, looking at the Goodwill by the pound, one thing that you will consistently find is dinosaur toys. So that's why I have a lot of those. Also, this adorable little turtle hatching out of an egg. Maybe a plot point for a future D&D game, I don't know. Random Pathfinder boar there. And we have the tube miniatures, etc., etc. Obviously, a lot of useful animal miniatures. Ooh, the rockfish. Love that guy. That's from a tube miniature as well. Some more painted miniatures and my custom miniatures, including the mushroom guys, which I really need to go sculpt more of the little mushroom guys. You'll see more of these guys on the shelf when I showcase the shelf that has the larger terrain bits. But yeah, all sorts of custom little terrain pieces in here, as well as some of the examples. Oh, here's Brute, the larger version of the owlbear guy. That apparently is Root, the owlbear's cousin. Yeah, just, trying to get better at sculpting. You do what you can. And in the other box is just some examples of my earlier painting stuff. You can see in there some of the excellent Hasbro sculpts that are in the D&D board game stuff. Very cool stuff. These are my very messy project drawers. Basically, I'll have little bits of crafting material in here, specific miniatures that I had an idea for, and I really just need to clear this out and put the unpainted stuff with my regular collections because it's been a while and I don't think this system's really working all that great. The one thing it's good for is these little drawers are great for throwing in little extra bits of scrap, construction material, like little bits of wood and little bits of, random stuff that I find to be like, ooh, that'd be neat to use that for that. So, I might actually clear out the miniatures and just use all these little drawers just for crafting stuff. Here's the little light-up pop miniature case that's in my room. These are just a bunch of miniatures that I feel kind of show my progression as a miniature painting. person. You know, there's a lot of cool miniatures in here. I really like the idea of having this little thing here to show them off. You know, I don't think I would actually ever pay full price for something like this, but it is kind of nice. Yes, and the very currently disorganized big terrain shelf. This is where I store a bunch of my terrain pieces that are just sort of oversized and stuff that I like to pull out a lot. So we have here the you know, all the big pieces, like the little bits of debris terrain that I created, and the tents, and of course my lovely wagons, my lovely traveling wagons. Love those things, as well as a bunch of other random terrain that I got for cheap and painted up, and it looks super nice, and I like it quite a bit. Well, folks, this was a short video, but I figure I can do a more in-depth look at my collection. I might pull out some of my chainmail stuff and show that off, or perhaps just my old pewter stuff in general. But yeah, let me know if you're interested in any specific part of my collection, or if you want me to take a deep dive in some of my bit boxes that I have for crafting, because those have grown quite large lately. But hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions on how I create my own miniatures and terrain, or how I use them in games, please let me know in the comments below.